An earthquake of 7.6 magnitude struck Pakistan on 8 October 2005. In the morning, when people just started their day, working in the offices and fields, children attending schools, and women busy in their routine household work. The massive earthquake devastated Azad Jammu and Kashmir and NWFP, killing more than 80,000 people and making some 300,000 homeless.
मेरा नाम अबीदुल्ला है.
We were very happy before the earthquake. I used to work as a blacksmith and was making enough money to provide for my family. It was the third day of Ramadan. We had prayed and was starting to get ready for the day. I suddenly felt the ground shake, and then all the houses came down. I lost 5 family members. 2 were my daughters. One of them was pregnant. That day I lost my home. It took me years to build, but seconds to lose.
High magnitude tremor shocked the earth, flattening offices, houses, schools, college buildings, and hospitals. Hundreds of children were buried alive under the rubble of their collapsed school buildings, and nearly 14,000 children lost their lives. The earthquake also shocked Islamabad, the capital of Pakistan, causing collapse of residential tower, killing more than 100 men, women, and children. Many of them were still in their beds. More aftershock rattled the region after October 8, triggering a series of landslides in mountain where the villages have already been vanished from the face of earth. Boulders, trees, and earth blocked the road. In remote mountains, moving only on foot, a steady flow of injured villagers continued to seek medical attention. They had to rely on relatives to carry them for hours on foot to makeshift clinics. It was quite overwhelming for the government of Pakistan and disaster management agencies. Search and rescue teams from all over the world arrived and worked tirelessly to rescue people trapped under rubbles, as Pakistan had no capacity in this area.
And the very moment Margala Tower went down, Colonel he started contacting our people in UK. We have a very close MOU with Rapid UK. Colonel was very close to them. He started calling them, and then after 10-15 minutes, I called our chairman in Nairobi and told him that Colonel Izaz is doing his work, and let's see what happens. At the beginning, we saw that they are in need of tents. We started distributing tents and food. That was necessary at that time. We had a full bag of food, about 15 clothes, for about five families for 1 week. So we started distributing food, clothes, and even mattresses for keeping them warm. I think people were very cooperative. From the beginning they were cooperative because they knew that NGOs are working very closely.
Once information started pouring in about the damages, the whole nation mobilized itself to respond. Volunteers worked day and night to collect relief items and send to the affected areas of NWFP in AJK. There were too many volunteers, but I worked the most. I learned from this that anyone can be the victim of disaster. If today it's on Kashmiris, can be us. If we don't help them, nobody will help us. I also learned how to control relief activities. I went home to home and saw how to distribute relief goods, how to point out deserving people what they need. It's a life experience for me. This was a worst disaster in anyone's living memory, and neither the government nor the people were prepared for it. Around 350,000 houses and critical infrastructures will need reconstruction because of damage and destruction caused by the earthquake. Huge losses of lives and property could have been avoided if the communities and the government had been prepared for such disasters. If the government had enforced the building codes and the knowledge on earthquake resistance construction had been imparted to the communities. More importantly, the communities knew that what to do before, during, and after a disaster. Lives of many injured could have been saved if the community knew how to give first aid or how to conduct basic search and rescue to save people trapped under the debris without harming them. Dozens of people handicapped because inappropriate handling of casualty. Pakistan government has realized the importance of disaster preparedness and disaster risk reduction and has established National Disaster Management Authority to cope with disaster situation in future. DPACO partners in Pakistan are working to prepare the communities in different regions of Pakistan to ensure that they are ready to face disaster that they face, such as floods, earthquakes, flash floods, etc. A 40-member search and rescue team trained by Rapid UK is now in place to carry our high to medium search and rescue. The early warning system developed by the communities in floodline areas helped the communities to make appropriate decisions for their own safety and their livelihoods. The communities have been trained to respond in case of disaster, and last but not the least, linkages have been developed by the communities and other stakeholders to work together on disaster preparedness. The only way to reduce loss of life and damages is to empower communities to make disaster risk reduction central a part of their lives.
गरीबों से हमायत करना, दर्दमंदों